All right, it's day, what is it, 14? Yeah, it's day 14.
Starting to lose count.
Yeah, it's a really good thing we started this trip on the 1st of June because the date corresponds to the day of the trip. It's perfect. Anyway, today we're driving to Houston, Texas.
Houston?
Seeing if we can see some of the stuff around there. You know, Houston, we have a problem, all that kind of thing. We've been given a lot of food recommendations for Texas. Texas barbecue, a place called Whataburger, a big gas station called Buc-ee's that apparently does incredible barbecue as well. So we've been given a lot of recommendations for food, so probably our itinerary for Texas will be mostly food. There's the secret that's happening tomorrow, I think, that Mark mentioned yesterday, so that's also happening in Texas. And maybe guns? I don't know. This is the one thing I know about, one of the few things we know about Texas, is they're a little gung-ho.
Yeah. I think out of all the food that I was looking forward to, I mean, New York pizza was definitely up there, but Texas barbecue I'm very keen to try.
So hopefully we'll show you a little bit of that, and obviously we'll show you the drive on the way. So, see ya.
See ya.
Alright, we've on our way to Texas. We're still in Louisiana. We're actually in a town called Sulphur. I only assume it was named after a sulfur mine nearby. And we've stopped at a Whataburger, which, to be honest, we heard as Whataburger from pretty much everyone who recommended it to us. But it turns out it is Whataburger, at least if you're enunciating every word. We haven't tried it yet, but you can see the fries, the burger, and actually, here's the thing. What kind of size is this drink? It's obviously as large as my head. Turns out this is the medium, 32 ounces. There is a larger size, and there is a small size, but yeah, it's a very different experience, I think, to what we have in Australia.
So we did a couple of things in between when we last recorded and now. So we also visited a Target, and we also visited a Ross. So for those in Australia, you'll know that the Targets that we have are not so big, and I heard that they're closing down. But here it's a very, very big thing. They even had groceries, like not so much fruit and veg, but like the grocery section is like massive, like chips, chocolates, drinks, you know, you name it, it's all there.
Frozen dinners and stuff.
Yeah, and we also went to a Ross, which is basically a cheaper clothing store. So Dad, hi. Shout out to my dad. But yeah, it was interesting to see, you know, those stores, you know, going around.
Yeah, experiencing little bits of American culture. Anyway, that's all from us for now. We're going to enjoy this food, and we'll probably see another time lapse soon, and you'll hear from us later. So, see ya. Alright, so we are in Houston, Texas, which is pretty cool. One of the things you probably know Houston for is, you know, Houston, we have a problem, which is a NASA space-related thing. And sure enough, they have the Space Center here, which is really cool. And this on display right at the front. So it looks like a big commercial sort of Boeing aircraft, and on top of it you have the space shuttle that is used to go up out into space, and that's how they sort of launch these things, because the space shuttle already has to be moving at quite a fast speed before its sort of engines and jets can work properly, and so they'll have it flying on another aeroplane before they can even launch in the first place. There's another cool, it's hard to see from this angle, but a SpaceX rocket over there, and on entry there was a couple of two sort of missiles or something small that looked like that as well. So it's a pretty cool place. I quite like it here, and it's probably a must stop by if you happen to be in Houston. You can pay for entry inside to a museum, or you can just appreciate it from the outside. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Alright, so we just had dinner at a really nice Mexican place that Jacob found. Honestly, it makes me think that we don't actually know what Mexican food is back home in Australia, because I think we have Guzman and Gomez, I think we have Tex-Mex or something similar to that, but this was like proper Mexican food. So I had a fajita, Jacob had something called El Presidente, typical of Jacob.
I ordered the president.
Yeah.
He came right to my door.
Yeah.
No, mine was like a steak covered in cheese and shrimps, like prawns and stuff.
Yeah.
And spinach and mushrooms, and it was all really, really good.
Yeah.
Marks, you had?
So I had the fajita, I had it mixed beef and chicken. I have not tasted beef cooked like that in a very, very long time. Very good quality, very tender, comes with a few fixins like some beans and some rice and some guac and a little bit of salad. And it wasn't actually too badly priced as well. And we got there, the parking was absolutely packed. We got in and found out it was even more packed. We were worried we wouldn't be able to even get a table. Yeah. But honestly, really, really, really good food.
Yeah, no, highly recommend. We thought we'd record this vlog just specifically to highlight, if you're in Texas, we're in Houston, try and find out some Mexican food. I know they're on the border with Mexico, and that's why the food is so good. Yeah. So yeah, definitely give it a go. I put the name of the restaurant somewhere here on the video, probably at the bottom. I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry, and I definitely don't remember it. But yeah, look it up when you're here. Yeah. It's really, really good.
So we're on our way to the hotel. We'll probably be there in about 10 minutes or so. So we'll check in, we'll show you the room, we'll wrap up the vlog, and we'll keep you posted. Bye.
All right, we finally made it to our destination in Houston, Texas. So this is the hotel that we'll be staying at. So it's actually quite a spacious room. So it's got 2 double beds, I think it is, or sort of queen sort of beds, that kind of size. It's got a big TV, it's got a medium-sized fridge, either a microwave or a safe, I can never tell. A little table for either eating or doing work, a little space to put suitcases, a sink area that is separate to the bathroom, and then obviously the bathroom. And actually interesting about the sink area, they've given us toothbrushes. Not that we don't have toothbrushes. But anyway, today it was a fair bit of driving over the last couple of days. I feel like one main observation Mark and I have made is that almost every second billboard is for a lawyer. I don't know why, but lawyers are big on advertising in the US. The other billboard, it was usually for fireworks. Yep. Although there was a good number of sort of Christian billboards, or like billboards with a message or things like that throughout the states as well. It really did vary sort of from state to state, depending on what that state's ideals were.
The thing is, it's like a lot of these lawyer ads is like, call Ed now, call Bruce now, call this guy now. I'm like, well, who do I call? I've got like 50 options to choose from. And a lot of them seem to be injury lawyers. So I'm like, how many people are getting injured here in America?
Apparently a large amount.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's some of our observations. So tomorrow we'll be driving to Austin pretty much first thing in the morning. We'll then do our secret activity that we've been teasing for the last couple of days. Let you know about that tomorrow morning. And then we will be heading possibly to Dallas the same day. It's not too far from Austin to Dallas, but it sort of depends on what we want to do around there. So
we did do a couple of other things today. I'm just not sure if we've included it, so forgive me if I'm repeating it. But we did go to a space center. I think you
Yes.
recorded a little bit of it.
you saw a little bit of that vlog there. What you didn't see though was what we did afterwards.
Correct.
Which was
The RNG Aerodome, I think.
yeah, there was like an ancient retired Aerodome or something of some sorts, and right next to it a stadium. So we went and had a look at that. It was pretty impressive, quite big, much bigger than most things we have in the US.
Unfortunately, we
Australia.
couldn't actually get into the, like apparently they had no events that day, so like there's no one allowed in. They're like, we'll call the cops on you if you go inside. So we couldn't actually go inside, but we saw it from the outside as we drove by it, and it's pretty massive.
Another thing to visit if you're in Houston.
Mm.
Anyway, so that's all for today. We had some great Mexican food, as you heard in the last clip.
We're
And
still
honestly,
thinking about it.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it. We're still full about it. It's like the one thing that's satisfying us at the moment.
Like if I dream about Mexican food tonight, I will not be surprised.
It's probably going to be the case. And then yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.